Police say it's a crime targeting vulnerable, at-risk youth. Tonight, after a lengthy investigation, a 22-year-old Victoria man has been charged with procuring a 16-year-old girl for sex and living off the avails of prostitution. The young alleged victim was then solicited as a prostitute on several mainstream internet websites. Kristen Robinson has details.
22-year-old Stephen Anthony Charlie of Victoria is accused of recruiting a 16-year-old girl into a life of prostitution.
The lure of attention, drugs, financial gain are all things that when you're a young person and you may not have access to those things, it's a lure.
Charlie was charged last month after an extensive RCMP investigation, aided by the Regional Crime Unit and Provincial Resources.
In November of 2010, the West Shore RCMP received some information that a 16-year-old girl was being solicited as a prostitute on several internet sites.
RCMP won't reveal the specific sites, but say they were mainstream buy and sell websites, and social networking sites were not involved. Evidence suggests the 16-year-old victim was being controlled and influenced by the suspect. 6 charges were approved against Charlie. Between October 2010 and July 2011, he allegedly procured, aided, abetted, or compelled a person to carry on prostitution and lived off the avails of prostitution. Charlie is accused of extorting a man in November 2010, the same time he allegedly kidnapped and assaulted the 16-year-old girl.
That young person becomes a victim and is left with nothing in the end.
Charlie's criminal record includes convictions for assault causing bodily harm, possession for the purpose of trafficking, failing to appear ×3, breach of probation ×2, possessing cocaine for trafficking, and breach of undertaking. He is due in court in March for pre-sentence reports on charges of break-and-enter, assault, and robbery stemming from a violent home invasion at a Johnson Street apartment last May, and charges of obstructing justice by attempting to dissuade a man from giving evidence. Charlie remains in custody on the prostitution charges.
At this point, I can say that this young person is safe and is moving forward with her life.
At the time of the alleged offenses, Charlie was living in one of 2 suites in this Yates Street apartment. He has since moved out.